Can you tell us how long you've been teaching at MALC?
This actually is my 4th year teaching here at Mojave Accelerated.
What brought you to our school?
Well, originally I had retired from teaching in the Midwest. I taught back in Wisconsin for 36 years and retired from teaching and moved to the tri-state area, my wife and I, and decided after about 6 months that I was fairly bored. I wanted to go back to work. I love teaching. And so I wound up meeting with Dr. Christensen and Principal Mulligan, and we talked about the school, and I decided I would come back into teaching at that time.
How does MALC compare to previous places you've taught at?
I think it's similar in some ways. Obviously our students here in many ways are typical high school students. I think in other ways the school that I was at previously was very much middle class economically. Plus you have to understand too that back in the mid 2000s, in 2005 for example, the economy was doing far better, and so people were in far better shape economically. So I've found since I've been out here, especially with the economy going into the dumpster, so to speak, that our students in many ways are different because they're struggling more with that. That economic times are not very good right now, although they seem to be improving. But in the last 4 years, 3.5 years since I've been here, the economy has, I think, had a big impact on the families of a lot of our students. And it's creating some economic issues leading to other issues in their lives, making it pretty tough. It's tough to be a teenager today, I think, compared to 10 or 15 years ago.
How did you get involved in the production of this book?
Well, Dr. Christensen called me in, and we talked in her office a little bit about this, and she asked me if I would help out with the production of the book. And the gentleman who was also involved, Mr. King, is the publisher. He's published many books, and he came to speak here, of course, at MALC. And I was asked if I would lend some of my experience to the book. This is actually my 40th year of teaching this year, 36 in the Midwest, and this being my 4th year here at MALC. And so after talking with Dr. Christensen, I agreed to do that, and I thought it was a terrific idea, the idea of students sharing with other students and parents about some of the difficulties they have to overcome.
What are your hopes for this book into what it might result in?
Well, I have a number of things, I guess, that I would hope. First of all, I would like the readers of the book, whether they be parents or students, to realize that it's more difficult being a teenager today, a teenage student today, maybe than it's ever been in America. It's very tough. Again, mentioning the economy again, other issues that affect the lives of teenagers today, family issues, issues of dysfunction in families, families not operating as they should, I think make it somewhat difficult. I think, secondly, we have to realize that our students overall are doing a pretty good job fighting to overcome some of these obstacles. And it is a daily battle for some of our students. They want to be successful. They want to graduate from high school. They want to get that MALC diploma. But life isn't always easy, and there are a lot of hurdles that they have to jump en route to that. And I think, finally, I would like people to realize that, hey, our students at MALC, for the most part, have a real can-do attitude, that I can do this. I can overcome this problem in my family or this personal problem that I'm facing alone. And I think, finally, they have to realize that they are not alone, that the problems that all of our students have here are shared by teenagers all over the country. And there are many teenagers around the country facing the same problems, the same turmoil, the same trouble as MALC students are facing. So I think those are some of the main things I would like readers to get out of that. And I would hope that a lot of the readers who get into this book, Is Anybody Listening? That's the title of the book. I would hope that they would find some remedies to some of their own problems. If you see how others have dealt with problems in their own lives, I think it may help them as well.